Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little beans out there. Okay, I hope that you're all super duper well wherever you are in the world and that life is treating you oh so deliciously, okay? And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and beautiful and delicious little subscribers. How I love you also. You are also, rewind and start again. You are all so beautiful, juicy, delicious and delightful. So 3, 2, 1, there we go with my juicy little lights. Now then everybody, I wasn't going to do another video, okay, but well anyway, there's a reason why, okay, before I start my painting, okay. Now I hope that you're all super duper well wherever you are in the world, my little delicious babies, okay, and that well, the sun is shining in your neck of the woods, because in my neck of the woods in the UK, well, it is joyous, it is super delicious, hot and sunny, okay. But I will not be going out today. Well, you know, other than walking my rooms, which I've already done, but, you know, going out again. But I shall not be going out today because I have painting to do. Right, now then. So the thing is, there's a number of things that I want to say on my video today, okay? Now then, this is take 2, by the way, because I started my video, but then what happened was I had a work call came in, so so I needed to take that call. Okay, so what I've done is I've scrapped the first video. Okay, so now we're on take 2. Okay. Now then, and by the way, just to let you all know, everybody, I've had another silent call this morning, only for 2 minutes, for a couple of minutes, okay? And, well, I've come to the conclusion now, because something's making me, do you know what I mean? It could only be one of 2 things, okay? Yes, ding, ding. But what I'm going to say to you is, it could be this, whoever it is, could be trying to give me a message that something's coming. You see? Ding, ding. Do you see what I mean? Because this is a conclusion that I'm coming to here. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because I really very much doubt that somebody's just going to be doing it just for the goodness of their health. Do you understand what I mean? So again, you know, I was polite. So I really, really was polite. I mean, I could be wrong. And I mean, and it could be somebody totally different who's... well, there's a strong possibility of that as well. But what I'm saying is, whoever it is trying to get a message across to me for whatever reason. It's just that, like I said before, and I'm saying it again, I just wish that, you know, that they'd at least speak to me, or at least, you know, I even said to them, I said, look, I said, give me, it's something you do when you go ghost hunting. I mean, I love, you know, our beautiful dear spirit, but it's what we call it, which is called ghost hunting, right? So usually it's like 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for no. Do you understand what I mean? I even asked that. Well, I still didn't get an answer. Anyway, I got nothing. Couldn't even hear breathing or anything. Anyway, but thankfully, the next call that I've just had anyway, that was a lovely dear client, a lovely lady. So anyway, so that's that anyway. So let me just stop rambling on and let me get to the point. So, right, so I'm going to let you all know now, this is before I forget, because with me, you know, my mind is like a flipping sieve sometimes, and I just flipping forget everything. Do you understand what I mean? It's unless I write things down. Sometimes I can memorise things if it's fresh in my mind, but if it isn't, then it just gone. But what it is, months ago, me and my beautiful and delicious, one of my dear and beautiful and wonderful dear little friends, yes. Well, we were having a discussion, and we were actually discussing about, you know, splitting, getting another channel, in other words. Do you understand what I mean? So that I've got a channel for my readings and then a channel for my discussions, you see. So this week coming, I'm going to be sorting this out. So what I'm going to do, I mean, I'll leave the readings that I've, you know, got at present currently on this channel, okay, Mia Tarot Virgo, yes, and any discussions, okay. So, you know, if anybody wants to take the time to even, you know, just choose just to have a little listen, well, that's absolutely beautiful and juicy and delicious. Do you understand what I mean? So thank you for that. Okay, and if you find it interesting on any of my videos, please click on the like button. Okay, and if you wish to subscribe, you know, with the star signs that I will be doing, well, you know, the ones that not the ones that I'll stop, but the ones that I'll continue doing, then, you know, if you could please subscribe, and thank you. So yes, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting a new sorry, I'll keep rocking the table. So do excuse me, and banging. I've got a habit for that, go bang, bang, bang. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so yes, I'm going to be having a new channel, okay? So, and what I've decided to do, it's where I want to have a number of different discussions. Now, some discussions I just want to keep rather short. Do you understand what I mean? It's just, you know, if there's something that I want to say, which you all know by now, my delicious little beautiful babies, that I will say it, okay? But I also delete some videos and I keep some videos. Do you understand what I mean? It's just the way that my brain rocks and rolls, okay? I always do it for a reason anyway. So I'm going to be covering with my new channel. Okay, it is going to be, and I did think of a name for it actually, but guess what? I flipping forgot it. I did. I thought about it this morning and I flipping forgot what it was, and then when I came home I forgot to flipping write it down anyway. Doesn't matter, it'll come back to me, okay? So I'm going to be covering things like, I cover some history, okay, and, you know, and I'll be covering other subjects, other topics. So yeah, do excuse me. So yeah, so I'll be covering, you know, different subjects, different topics, and you know, what's going on in the world. But I mean, when I was at school, when I was in senior school, and I want to mention this because I mean, to be quite honest, as you've probably heard me, you know, whoever's taken the time to kindly listen to me months ago, that I actually found school rather boring. Yes, ding ding. Yes, I did. So, and there was only like a small number of, you know, lessons that I actually enjoyed. But so I did used to enjoy history. Do you know what I mean? So history is one of them. I also enjoyed very much PE, okay, physical education. I really enjoyed that, okay. I really enjoyed music, you know, and I used to even write little songs, you know, given for homework and stuff. And, you know, even the teacher, oh, God bless her, she's a lovely teacher. Well, she, the same as my PE teacher, oh, God bless her, she was lovely too. And what it is, you know, well, even, you know, she was very impressed with my my writing of little songs. Do you see what I mean? In fact, I actually shot myself. Do you know what I mean? And of course, the last one that I seemed to have a rather huge interest in was RE, religious education. So, you know, so therefore you could catch my attention. I mean, I loved English, you know, I loved English, you know, couldn't stand maths. Do you understand what I mean? But I loved English as well, okay? So that's my small number that I enjoyed doing. Do you understand what I mean? So, yeah, so that's what I've decided to do, okay? So I'm just going to keep one channel solely Mia Tarot Virgo, and it will be just for readings, okay? You know, because until I start a new channel this week coming, well, do you know what I mean? You may get one more discussion video out of me on this channel, Mia Tarot Virgo, but then I just want to then split it, so then I'm just having just discussions on another channel. So it means that I have to start all over again. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, but to me, it really doesn't bother me. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You know, you have to find what works for you, don't you? Do you see what I mean? Yes, you do. So that's my plan, yes. So this week, hopefully, please God, touch wood. Touch wood. No, I'll touch my table. Yeah, I'll touch my chair. Touch wood. Okay, that everything, you know, that it all gets sorted out, and yes, and then we're going to be rocking and rolling. So I shall be letting you know what the new channel's going to be called, okay? Now then, I suppose I'm just going to feel freer in a way, if you know what I mean, you know, I suppose. But I think what's happened here Because like I said, I started out doing the readings, then came in the discussions, but it's not going to be to everybody's taste, because some are solely just looking for readings, you see, ding ding, and others are solely looking for ding ding other conversations. Do you see what I mean? So anyway, so I'm going to discuss something else before I give out some more information, okay? So what it is this, it seems that we're hearing an awful lot, aren't we? So we've got the energy crisis, we've got the gas crisis, you know, we've got all of that going on, haven't we? Then we've got what's going on over in Ukraine, you know, God bless, you know, what's going on there, and God bless, you know, anybody who's suffering with their energy bills at the moment as well, you know what I mean? But, and then of course we've got the, to do the old jab, haven't we? Do you see what I mean? So, you know, to me, right, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but to me, the way I see things is like this. It's like these putrid hire are trying to distract from other things. Do you see what I'm saying? About, you know, the other things that are going on. Do you see? So, to me, the way I see this situation is like this. But, you know, by doing what they're doing, yes, it is like, oh, you know, forget about, forget about, you know, that man and woman and little bairns, you know, little children and little babies, oh, God bless them all, right? That they all seem to be passing away, don't they? Do you see what I mean? And I've been following all of this very, very, very closely. In fact, I'm going to be very honest with you, everybody. I've followed a lot of things for a lot of years, okay? And I've said before, and I'll say it again, I've never really liked hospitals. I've never really liked doctors and nurses. You know, I make no secret of that. Everybody knows it, okay? And although I try my best not to make it personal, you know, even though I'm a pretty calm woman, I would say the majority of the time. But to me, and this is the way I see things, that, well, there's been an awful lot going on for a lot of years, hasn't there? Ding, ding. Yes, there has. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But, of course, I mean, because we've got other sites, you know, to go on, do you see what I'm saying, where you find out other information? Well, anyway, I do my research anyway, and I go on, you know, DuckDuckGo and things like that. That's what I do. Do you understand what I mean? So if I want to find something out, I can assure you now I will find it out. Do you see what I mean? So to me, you know, all of this has been going on for years. Do you see? It's just that this year and last year, it's just, well, it's been highlighted even more, hasn't it? Yes, ding, ding. Do you see what I mean? And that is what I believe is happening here. You see? And then, of course, you've got, you know, I mean, what did I say? It's like there's a hospital on a train. I mean, how flipping ridiculous is this getting now? Hospital on a train, right? And you still got them all, you know, it's a bit like flipping ER, like I said before. Do you understand what I mean? Where they're flipping all hover around one flipping man or woman. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? See how it went dark and then, yes? Do you see? So you got that going on, yes? You got them wanting a pay rise. Well, I'm not being nasty when I say this, and I'm sure that there are others out there, please do not get me wrong. I mean, if they've had very, very serious, God bless them, if they've had very, very serious injuries, okay, I am not saying that they have not been healed or helped being helped, to recover. I am not saying that. See how the light went like that? Yes, I am not saying that. But what I am saying is, why should any of these have a pay rise, right? When they spend, if we go back to the beginnings of the old flipping lockdown, the old pandemic, right? The start of it, yes? And all these blooming, what I call, well, I am going to say it, and I do not mean it nastily, but at the time, it appeared to me that there wasn't very many who did the flipping research, did they? So therefore, they're acting most silly and going out and banging the flipping saucepans. And then it was blatant, you've seen it on all different sites, in the doctors and nurses are flipping doing dances and everything else like that. When you've got others, God bless them, who are passing away, taking their own lives. You had the elderly, you had everything going on. Do you understand what I mean? People coming down sick and poorly. And then you had that going on. And then, of course, they want a flipping pay rise. What's all that about? This is all I want to know. So if somebody can come to me and explain it to me, do you know what I mean? Or elaborate on this subject, then please feel free. Do you understand what I mean? I just want to know, why are they having a pay rise? It's froze again. No, froze. Anyway, I'm not going to stop the video, everybody. It's froze again, okay? So, yes, so just let me have a sip of coffee. Please and thank you. Yes. So there's that situation, isn't there? Why should anybody, and I'm going to say it now, flipping blatantly, why should anybody have a pay rise like that, right? Where number one, they're not helping. No, they're not. And number two, right, you're hearing complaints every single flipping day of the week, 24/7. Do you see what I mean? With a man and woman complaining out there. Do you see what I mean? But, of course, I don't watch television. No, I do not. I flipping don't. But what I'm saying to you is that you do hear, others out there, well, they don't hear anything on the mainstream media, mainstream news. Do you see what I mean? So, to me, as far as I'm concerned, yes, well, they do not deserve anything. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And if you're a doctor or nurse and you happen to, stumble across my channel, okay, well, if you do feel that way, well, I'm very sorry that you feel that way, but that's how I feel. Do you know what I mean? There's been too many things going on for too long, you see? But now it's all been made blatant, hasn't it? Jab. Do you see what I mean? And it's making an awful lot poorly, an awful lot sick, and especially pregnant women, God bless them, who have been asked to take this putrid flipping ingredient, whatever's in it, which I do know what's in it, right? To take it knowing that it has not, it has not been, it's still in experimental stage. And then look what we're seeing. Do you see what I mean? Yes, I've been following everything I have. And I've been following for a very long time. And with these beautiful, and God bless them, the beautiful dear mothers, and God bless the beautiful little babies, over the years. Do you know what I mean? Because I thought there was something strange about that many years ago. Yes, I did. Ding, ding. And I thought there's something odd here that's going on. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And if you all remember, I don't know whether you remember this, but many, many, many years ago, there was a couple of, I cannot remember now, I'd have to go and have a look at this, right? But for those of you out there may be some of you, which I feel that you'll remember this, right? In the UK, like at the, what's it called, that High Supreme Court or whatever it is, right? Where, somebody, God bless them, say if they were paralysed, from the, you know, the neck down, God love them, you know, could be if they've been in an accident, an awful, terrible, you know, tragic accident, okay, or whether or not, you know, it's a condition that they, you know, had and something happened, yes, where they wanted to have what was called, and I'm so sorry, I do not wish to upset or offend anybody out there at all, okay, sorry, but it was called an assisted suicide. And there was a couple of these cases in this big Supreme Court in the UK, okay, and I'm pretty sure I think there was a few cases, but I think there was only one. I don't know. That's the one there's just one that sticks in my mind anyway. I can see him. God love him now, right? And who could go to Switzerland, you know, to be euthanized because well, you know, God love him. He just did not feel that he was having that quality of life. Do you see what I mean? But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, right, there was other cases which they did fail, right? So all I want to know, so this has got me on a roll now, right? So all I want to know in all of this is just something that's come into my head, ding ding, right? Oh, your wig, right? All I want to know is, right, is why. So if only, because there's one main one that I always remember, God love him, God bless you, darling, rest in peace. I hope he still is. And his poor dear family, God bless them, right? That at the end of the day, right, there was those situations going on years ago, right? And then we bring it to the present day, right? And, well, nobody else is having to go over to flipping Switzerland, are they? Because guess what? All over the world. Do you see what I mean? This is happening all over the world. So what's taking place here? Well, it is, isn't it? It's euthanasia, isn't it? Ding ding. Would have been euthanised. Do you see what I mean? And what about the sports? You know, I mean, you're talking major flipping super fit. There's even, sorry, excuse me. Sorry, please excuse me. There's even in the UK over here, I can see his face now, but I cannot remember his flipping name. Anyway, he's in the football, right? He's the football. Anyway, for some of you'd know he wears the glasses. I mean, not that really flipping helps anybody. What I'm just saying, right? I'm just trying to explain. I can see his face, right? And what it is, he wants an inquiry into this. Do you see what I mean? What's going on? Why these, you know, and you've got super fit, and it's not just football, it's others, where they're super fit and God bless them, right? Well, they're just, well, they're either severely poorly or they're flipping passing away, aren't they? And a lot of them are young. So, you see, we've got to see, why are they hitting the super fit as well? Do you see? So the reason why they're doing it, I'm not talking about literally hitting, I'm talking about why they're targeting, okay? And I do not even like to use that word, but anyway, right? It's because they know that they would be able to survive many things. Do they not? Yes, they do. Do you see what I mean? So they know that. So they thought, all right, so what we're going to do now then is we're going to, you know, do what we're doing, jab, 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 okay? And then, you know, then that's going to solve that problem. Okay, so I'm so sorry to the dear families out there. God bless you, God love you. I do not mean it that way, okay? I'm just telling you how these are operating. Do you see what I mean? And like I said before, and I'm saying it again, there are so many who are all flipping complicit in this. In this. Do you see what I mean, right? Then they wanted to go for, which I believe, this is me personally, then they wanted to go for the elderly, God bless them, right? They wanted to go for the elderly, right? Because with the elderly, and I said it before and I'm saying it again, you see, with the elderly, they're very wise. Do you understand what I mean? And a lot of them were so wise to things. Do you see what I mean? Plenty of wisdom and so wise. Do you see? But of course, there's other things like, you know, if you get a payment or a pension, whatever you get, do you understand what I mean? So, of course, they had to jab to do what they needed to do there. Okay, so God bless all of the beautiful dear families. I do not mean it offensively, okay, like I didn't with the sports leader, okay, so please do not take me offensively, or if you know anybody who's, you know, related to any of what I've just said. And then they want the younger bands. Now, you see, the thing is, right, is that, of course, do you see what I mean? It's like they wanted to put, what's it called? Oh, I cannot remember what it's flipping called now. Is it called a defibrillator? Anyway, it's something where, you know, it's like electric shock, boom, 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 like that, into the schools, the young bands. Well, never done that before. Do you see what I'm saying? Someone must ding, 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 see what's going on there. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So you see, and I have my own thoughts on it all. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And with me, I like to express them, you know, and I like to speak out and call out the flipping shite who are causing all of this, and that's not swearing. But these like young little bands. So anyway, so then, and again, I'm so sorry, I'm not here to offend any families or upset or anything, or if you know anybody in relation to what I'm saying, okay? So please do not take me the wrong way here. But then the reason why with the young bands is because they don't want anybody, you know, because they will grow up and then they will reproduce. And, you know, for the ones, God bless them, you know, where they could reproduce, do you know what I mean? To carry on family names and everything else, you know what happens, ding, ding, yes. So they didn't want that either. So they're doing it all at an... You know, I mean, there's a dear lady up the road. I mean, God love everybody who's passed away, you know, because you know what? It really upsets me, you know, and I mean that. My heart, you know, really does. And all the beautiful little babies and everything. And that's another matter, isn't it? Not going through funeral directors, is it? No. Do you see what I mean? So, God bless them all. Beautiful babies. I love everybody. Do you understand what I mean? I really, really, really genuinely do, you know. Well, not them. Do you understand what I mean? Or they're flipping lackeys. Not them. Do you understand what I mean? But everybody else, I do love. God bless them all. Do you understand what I mean? That these terrible things, awful, tragic things have happened. Do you understand what I mean? So I was trying to explain to a dear lady up the road who I know. It was a few days ago now it was. Sorry, please just let me have another sip of coffee. Please and thank you. Thank you. It's all right if you can hear any talking. It's my beautiful dear neighbour upstairs, Nora, and she's talking to a lady outside, okay? So I've got my front door open, I've got my windows open, so you know what I mean. You know, just let me breeze through, because it is nice and breezy, actually. It's lovely and sunny, but lovely and breezy. Anyway, so I was trying to explain to a dear lady up the road. You know, she's in her 60s, right? Now, she's had, what's she had? She's had the 2, jab, right? Check this out now, everybody. She's had the 2, plus she's had the booster, right? And she's having a flipping flu jab. Oh, yes. So I tried to talk to her outside the other day. I really, really tried my hardest, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator. I really, really tried to help her, you know, to discuss it. And she said, well, there's nothing wrong with me. She said, I haven't had any side effects. I haven't had anything, you know, I haven't been poorly. I haven't been anything. She says, but her cousin was really poorly after the first one. Yes? And I explained to her about, you know, which I said months ago on one of my videos about this is it gov.uk or it's gov.uk, where, you know, there's a lot now who are claiming for injury. Because, you know, even though one's out there, God bless them, you know, they say, oh, you know, to have their consent. Well, no, because they did not know what was involved and what was in it. No, they did not. So I told her about it. But you know what she then said? She says, well, my cousin, you know, so she got over that. Wait until you hear this. I mean, I'm not being nasty, everybody, but you know what I mean. There's an old-fashioned saying, what I always say, right? And I said it since when I was a young, you know, my young early teens, right? When dear God, Jesus Christ, was flipping handing out brains, seemed to have, God bless them, missed some flipping out. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because let me tell you, there was just no sense in what she said at all. So anyway, she said that her cousin started to feel a bit better. I don't think it's after a couple of weeks. And then when the next one came around, she had to flip in the next one. What the flipping hell's all that about? Do you know what I mean? Flipping madness. And furthermore, she wasn't very well with that one either. And then she still said, the two of them spoke together, you know, I'd never seen the cousin, you know, she was just discussing it with me. That she said they had a discussion and she's going to have a bloody booster. Now can you hear the planes going over as well? Sorry to change subject for a moment. This has been happening all this morning, all yesterday. Planes, and they're going right overhead. I keep talking about this, you know, and they're not all, you know, like planes that you go abroad with. They're not all those type of planes. Can you hear it, everybody? And before I started my video again, you know, after we take two, flipping helicopter. So it appears to me there's an awful lot going on in the flipping Birmingham in the UK, isn't there? Told ya. What everybody needs to be looking at, you know. I've mentioned Manchester as well. And obviously Birmingham in my neck of the woods, that's another one. You've obviously got Liverpool, I know all about that. And Hull. You know, where my dad's side of the family come from, are beautiful. I love you, dear Nana and Grandad. Good afternoon, right? Where my dad's, side of the family come from. And I've said this. There's something going on here. There really is, you know, ding ding. Something's going on. But we know the obvious about the other things that I've just been talking about, you know, previously, what's been going on. Anyway, as it turns out, I couldn't speak to her because she just, I mean, I spoke to her like in normal terms, you know what I mean, about, but I couldn't speak to her about, and she just wouldn't listen at all. It didn't matter what I said, she just didn't listen. And then I explained to her, I said about the, you know, the pregnant mothers, and it's all right, my lights keep getting caught. Sorry, everybody. And I explained to her about the, you know, the dear mothers, God bless them, you know, and what's happening with the, you know, with the pregnancies and everything. And do you know what she turned around and said to me? You're not going to believe this now, everybody, when I tell you, but I'm sure that for those of you who do happen to stumble across my channel, okay, and God bless you that you are awake to all of this, right? It's complete madness. She turned around, she said, well, she said if it was around, you know, when her son was, you know, because the son's grown up now, she said she only got one bairn, right? And he's a grown man. And she said, well, if that was around, she said, well, I would have taken it. Have you ever heard such flipping silliness in all your life? And I tried to explain to her, I said, look, I said, I've been talking on my YouTube channel about it. And I said, why didn't you just do a bit of research? I've asked her on numerous occasions when I've seen her. She's the woman who works at the, you know, for special needs, a school, but they're all on holidays now, aren't they? Yes. So, you just, all I have to say, right, and I'm not here to upset or offend anybody, but all I want to say is this, and I'm going to say it before and I'm going to say it again, there's no common sense, right, with what's going on, although there are a lot more now waking up, okay? And even somebody else who I know, right, who's, close to my circle, right, well, they have woken up, okay? But, of course, they would never admit it to me. Do you understand what I mean? That this particular has woken up now. Do you see what I mean? To everything that's going on. Something that I was trying to say from the flipping beginning. Do you see what I mean? Would they listen to me? No. So, yes. So, now we're going to see, aren't we? We're already seeing it. I mean, yesterday, from morning till night, sirens, I forgot to mention that actually. And the day before, sirens. From morning till night, even going into the early hours. Now, apparently in the UK, from 11 p.m. onwards, 11 o'clock at night onwards, they're not supposed to put the sirens on, unless there's an absolute, if it's really, really, really necessary to do so. Do you see what I mean? But I did notice, in these past couple of years, 2.5 years, right, and I especially noticed it, ambulances. Oh, yes, you'll see the flashing lights coming up, but you won't see where it's, Nina, like you used to. You see what I mean? Like you used to. No. So to me, it's all very flipping sneaky. And of course, then there's others who have just been left at home. Do you see what I mean? For hours and hours and hours. And of course, God bless them, if they sadly lose their life. Well, yes. Do you see what I mean? And they're supposed to be caring, the NHS, aren't they? So they're supposed to be really, really caring. I just, to anybody, please, dear God, Jesus Christ in Nazareth, I keep my house, right? And thank you, and dear angels, right? My beautiful dear angels. But what I'm going to say to you is that I've got no respect for them, not at all. I've got no respect for the mainstream media. I don't even watch them anyway. No respect for them. No, I do not, right? I've got no respect for them, right? I've got no respect for doctors, normal doctors. No, I don't. I don't have no respect for none of them. No. And if anybody gets upset, well, I'm entitled to free speech, and this is what I call free speech, and I'm going to speak it. I'm going to start doing my discussions on my new channel. You're going to be hearing a flipping lot more. But anyway, I'll be transferring it over to another, what's it called? Another site anyway. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so I'm not going to really discuss this anymore now, because you know what, I just, and I'll just continue my day after the video and just get my painting done, so I've still got loads to do anyway. So, so I'm going to be doing that. And, yes, but, the fact of the matter is, yes, man and woman, they just need to be flipping aware. But you have got, sadly, although you've got the ones who, God bless them, they've taken the jab, that they have woken up, and God bless them, some of them are feeling so embarrassed, that they even fell for this. Do you understand what I mean? But you don't have nothing against them. I mean, I still give them a hug. Do you understand what I mean? A kiss on the cheek. Yes, I do. Because at the end of the day, we cannot treat them, like many, years and years and years and decades ago, there was like leprosy and things like that, where nobody would go near somebody else. Do you understand what I mean? Just so sad you cannot treat, your fellow man and woman like that. We at the end of the day, we have to just have compassion. But there is just something I do struggle with. I'm going to cut the video off. I'm just going to start it again just so I can then give out this information. So I won't be a moment. Thank you so much for listening. Much love. God bless. Until the next video, I'm just going to upload this and then do the next one, okay? So I'll see you in a minute, my babies. I hope that I haven't upset anybody, okay? Because that's not my intention, okay? It's just I feel the need to speak my mind, okay? So God bless. See you in a minute, my babies.